الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله.
جزاك الله خير. جزاك الله خير.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
لا إله إلا الله رب العالمين وتتامى الصلاة القائمة آتي محمدا الوسيلة وفضيلة المقام رضيت بالله رب الإسلام دينا بمحمد نبي رب اجعل لي صدري يسر لي أمري يبقى قولي. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدى هدى محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة دلالة وكل دلالة في النار. Verily all the praise, certainly all of the glorification and all of our dedication, it should only be for Allah Jalla fi Ulah. And I bear witness that Allah Ta'ala, He sent Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. His nickname was Abu Qasim al-Amin salawatullahi wasalam alayhi, was sent as the last of messengers for men and women to emulate, to guide us to good understanding and good behavior. And Al-Wan al-Yawm, the topic for today, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, is the topic of give to live and live to give. Give to live and live to give. And the brothers, mashallah, tabarakallah, brothers, if we were to understand just this concept, giving to live and living to give. I really believe, ya ikhwan, and I start with myself, ya ikhwan. All this dalil, and there's so much more, it's a hujjah against me if I don't practice it. وقال الله تعالى, Allah Ta'ala, He said in His noble book, قل إن الصلاتي ونسكي ومحياي ومماتي لله رب العالمين. هو يا إخوان, هذا هو. هذا sufficient يا إخوان. Let me get off the minbar and go back home. Allah Ta'ala goes on to say, Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, to the people, verily my prayer and my ritual sacrifice, my living and my dying, it is all for Allah Ta'ala, ya ikhwan. Our life belongs to Allah. He lent it to us for a time that only He knows when we're going to be called back. Our dimaj, ya ikhwan. Our life belongs to Allah, ya Rabbil Izzah. Kul inna salati wa nusuki wa mahyaya wa mimati li Rabbil Alameen. Qala Ahl al-Lugha, the scholars of the Arabic language, the nusukh, the rites, the rituals. Al-ibadah min kullu naw wa nusukh is dhabiha. Dhabiha ya ikhwan. Dhabiha ya ikhwan. We're talking about slaughtering for the sake of Allah ya ikhwan. People eat meat all the time, and it's one of my favorite topics. Eating meat, alhamdulillah. Lahum ya ikhwan. Khuruf ya ikhwan. Bakra, mashallah. The Muslims, we love to eat in the restaurant. Mashallah, let's go to the matam and let's order the whole group of meat that they have on the platter. Allahu Akbar. Sometimes we forget that meat that we're eating, somebody slaughtered it. But now there's coming, ya ikhwan, next week, some days, ayam at-tashriq, special days, ya ikhwan, where either some of us will get the blessing and the opportunity for us, or we send our money, ya ikhwan, for someone else to do this ibadah on our behalf, ya ikhwan. You got to give to live and live to give, my dear brothers. But the question is, my dear brothers, people all over the world, they eat meat. It's a $1 trillion industry, eating meat, ya ikhwan. The question is it halal? Is it haram? Is it dhabiha? That's another lecture, another whole time. So the question comes, ya ikhwan, but how many of us actually we sacrifice for Allah alone? Cutting and selling meat, ya ikhwan, has become such a lucrative business, ya ikhwan, that I used to see Muslims fight. Don't go over there and buy meat from him. His meat is questionable. That's another topic for another day, ya ikhwan. The question is, ya ikhwan, how many of us love to get out the barbecue, brothers? Get out the barbecue. Now, when I was growing up, my grandfather and my father and my uncles, they never used to let me get on the barbecue. Get out of here, boy. You don't know how to do no barbecue. Light up the fire. Get out of here. What do you want? What do you want? Burgers? What do you want? Steak? All right, go sit over there. They never let us get to the barbecue because it was a thing that the men did. They used to barbecue and feed the family. It was a manly thing, ya ikhwan. So grilling the meat, ya ikhwan, the mouth-watering, the tender, juicy, succulent, delicate, tasty, divine, moist, heavenly, scrumptious, sumptuous, savory, opulent, exquisite meat, ya ikhwan, that we love to eat. Allahu Akbar. The Muslims, they love to eat meat. Alhamdulillah, this is a great thing, ya ikhwan. I know I love to eat meat. My question is, brothers, are we living to give or are we giving to live, my dear brothers? So now here comes the question, brothers. When you go and you buy the meat, ya ikhwan, and you enjoy it, what kind of meat do you eat? Do you know that there's an etiquette for the super rich people? They've put it on a pedestal that if you have lots of money, there's certain choice cuts of meat, ya ikhwan. From amongst the top 5 cuts of meat, ya ikhwan, is filet mignon. Filet mignon, ya ikhwan, it is of the highest, and there's now one Japanese Wagner steak, $250 for a piece of steak, ya ikhwan. That's now the top of the line. New York prime ribeye, brothers. Woo, $47 for one steak. MashaAllah. T-bone steak. Some of them cost $37, ya ikhwan, at some of the restaurants. porterhouse steak. These are some of the steaks that people love to enjoy. I like to enjoy it. I grew up in that culture. And I like mine well done. Some people, they like it medium rare. Some they like it with a lot of blood. Alhamdulillah, the Muslims were not vampires. Also, ya ikhwan, the lower levels, flank steak, London broil steak, sirloin steak, briskets. It's a big thing now. Hanger steak, strip steak, flat iron steak. Oh, mashallah, brothers. Mashallah, my dear brothers. Oh, we got to live to give and give to live, my dear brothers. But where are we going with all of this? The question is, brothers, do we like to share? Do we really care if our Muslim brothers around the world, they're not eating any meat, ya ikhwan? While I was in Africa, I met some brothers, and in my travels, I've met some brothers that went to go and study Islam. And a good friend of mine, he came back from Yemen about 15 years ago. And I asked him, Akhi, how was it? He goes, I couldn't survive, brother. 4 months he was in Yemen studying. He got sick almost every week because of the lack of food over there, brothers. He had money and he still couldn't get any meat. He said the only time that we got meat was at a walima or aqiqah or ya ikhwan on Eid. It was very hard to get meat. The brother lost 40 pounds in 4 months, ya ikhwan. So the question comes, ya ikhwan, do we have iman? The Prophet went on to say, لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى يحب لأخيه ما يحب لنفسه. You truly won't have iman till you love for your brother what you love for yourself. So my dear brothers, some of the brothers, ya ikhwan, they're getting ready to take this ibadah to the next level. They want to talk about qurbani, udhiyah, which means the animal sacrifice at the time of Eid al-Adha. Zabiha are the rules and regulations, ya ikhwan. Some Muslims, they're getting ready for this. But my brothers, we were just talking about cows. Now there's goats and sheep too, brothers. The best parts of the sheep, the head, the neck, the shoulder, the rack loin, the leg, the flank, the shank. Then you have, brothers, depending upon your culture, are you going to curry this meat? Are you going to jerk this meat? Are you going to mandi this meat? Are you going to mustard, pepper? Are you going to masala? Are you going to za'atir, ras al-hanu, which is the Moroccan style? Turmeric. There's different spices you can put into the meat to make it taste even better. And as'alukum ya ikhwan, I'm asking you brothers here, we live in the land of so-called milk and honey. As the Sheikh, I heard him giving the khutbah when I was over at Starbucks. Many Muslims, they came from the lands of the Muslims to come here. You came here because they got better meat here, I assume. Many of us, we came here to live, as they say, high off the hog, to live a better life. But the question, brothers, don't forget your people back in your village where you come from. Don't forget the Muslims overseas, ya ikhwan. Not only in Eid, throughout the year, my dear brothers. How you sending money so the Muslims can eat? Not just rice. Eat. Not just potatoes. Eat. Eat. What are we talking about? Eating meat, ya ikhwan. Meat. When you go home, you ask them, what was the khutbah about today? You tell them it was about meat, ya ikhwan. Why? Because we want to live to give and give to live. أقول كل هذا استغفرت إليك وسلام عليكم فاستغفروه إنه غفور رحيم. الحمد لله حمد كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه كما يحب ربنا ويرضى. من أين لك هذا? Brother, where do you get this from? 1991, I met my first Imam Bilal Muhammad, rahmatullah alayhi. He was an Afro-American brother from New York City. He moved to Canada to escape being drafted by the war. And he embraced Islam in the 70s. And I met him one day in the streets in a gray suit and a Moroccan fez. And he invited me and some brothers. He's seen us in the street. And we asked him, are you Muslim? He said, yes. We got a chance to meet him. He said, come to my house. And he fed us. And we spent much time with him. And I always used to see him take some money and put it in the zakat box. A few dollars, $5, $10, $15, $20. And one day I asked him, Brother Imam, why is it that you do that? And he said to me, it's my first lesson. You got to give to live and live to give. You got to give to live and live to give, ya ikhwan. So the question is, ya ikhwan, as you know, the end of the year is coming. And some Muslims, they wait to the end of the year to give their zakat, if they give it at all. I've heard Muslims say, astaghfirullah, we're in the land of milk and honey. Darul Harb. You don't got to give no zakat now. Changing the religion, ya ikhwan. Brothers, zakat time is coming. Who are you going to give your money to, ya ikhwan? I personally like to give my money with my own hand to those that I know that are in need, ya ikhwan. Even though there's many organizations that have taken on this responsibility, ya ikhwan, mashallah, give to who you want to, ya ikhwan. Ba'du bi'a'mal. Rush to do good deeds, brothers. We are in the 10 best days of the whole entire year, ya ikhwan. وقال الله تعالى يا أيها الذين آمنوا أنفقوا من الطيبات ما كسبتم. O you who believe, spend of the good things which your Lord has legally given you, that you've earned. You've earned halal money, spend it in things, ya ikhwan, that can benefit your akhirah. Ya ikhwan, some people have passed away recently. And alhamdulillah, man, one of the things that a brother told me is one of the last deeds that one of the brothers did is he took a whole bunch of brothers out for dinner and he fed them. He didn't just feed them, ya ikhwan, bologna sandwiches. He gave them some meat, ya ikhwan, that was slaughtered, ya ikhwan. Alhamdulillah. So my dear brothers, there's too much ayat, ya ikhwan. And this is a reminder from myself. قال الله تعالى وأنفقوا في سبيل الله ولا تلقوا بأيديكم إلا تحلكه. And spend. This is so important, ya ikhwan. Wallahi. I wish I could give you all the details, but I have to hide it for the sake of Allah. And spend in the cause of Allah. And do not throw yourself into destruction by not spending your wealth in the cause of Allah, ya ikhwan. We can put ourselves in destruction by withholding, ya ikhwan. So my dear brothers, sadaqah and zakat are really important. These are pillars of our religion. And many of us, ya ikhwan, we're very happy to read Quran and bang our head on the ground, hoping that we'll get close to Allah. Sometimes, ya ikhwan, all it takes, you get on these cellular devices, you hit a couple of buttons, bing, bam, boom, 300 to this country, feed the people. Takes seconds like this, ibadah. Your phone can help you do ibadah, ya ikhwan. وقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, ya ikhwan, this hadith is in Ibn Majah, and the grading of it, according to some of the scholars, is Hasan. وَصَدَقَةُ تُطْفِيُ الْخَطِيَّةَ كَمَا يُطْفِيُ الْمَاءُ النَّارَ. Or كما قال صلى الله عليه وسلم. The Prophet went on to say that charity, ya ikhwan, charity, sisters, it extinguishes the fire. Just giving, as the Prophet said in one narration, just giving a half of a date, ya ikhwan. So if you have sometimes only $1, and mashallah, I was at a fundraising event the other day, and a young 10-year-old kid, he had a bank card. I couldn't believe it. And he came and he said, brother, are you taking donations? The brother said, yes. He said, I want to give 25 cents. I was like, Allahu Akbar. 25 cents, ya ikhwan. From that small deed, maybe Allah forgives him and gives him paradise, ya ikhwan. The question is, brothers, are we giving to live? Are we living to give? Are we giving to live? Are we living to give, my dear brothers? These are the 10 best days of the year. Support the masjid, support the orphans, support the needy, support the miskeen, the masakin, and the fuqara. Why, brothers? Kul inna salati wa nusaki wa mahyaya wa mamati lillahi rabbil alameen. Oh Allah, help us to be people who take our halal money and invest it for our akhirah. With that, هذا ما عندي وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Give to live and live to give. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين.